I wanted to go ahead and take a minute to read this letter to you, just in case you didn't want to take the time to read it yourself, or you just wanted to hear me actually read it so that you can get the rhythm for some of the patterns in my writing for it. I hope you take the time to watch this and keep an open mind and an open heart, and at least consider what I'm saying. I really miss you, John A., and I hope that somehow this video reaches you. Dear John A., please read this all carefully with the desire to seek deeper understanding. I promise it will be a little fun to read, and it's not that difficult to sacrifice a little bit of time, especially in a day when people just throw each other away and everyone is only interested in their own self-interest and oblivious to the destruction they are doing. Besides, I gave you 4 years of my life and gave you all of my time during those 4 years. The least you can do is read this, and then call me for an hour to discuss how you really feel. If any of it hurts, then talk to me about it. And if any of it doesn't sound right, then discuss it with me. We used to communicate so well. Somewhere you and I lost sight of that, and I lost track of myself. I had years upon years of trauma that I never dealt with, and you witnessed all of it hitting me at once, after a series of very bad experiences. PTSD is very serious. And you kept attacking me and not understanding the reality of the battles and struggles I deal with every day because of it. You kept treating me like everything was my fault, and that I was not neurodivergent. I just want you to know, I just want to know that you are okay. I don't like not knowing if you're safe, and I don't like not knowing if you're safe or not, and it's killing me. I'm scared to admit that I don't hate you, but I write as if I do because I hate that you're rejecting me. I don't know if it's because you're scared to admit that you don't hate me, or if you actually fucking hate me. I'm scared to even hear your voice right now because I don't know if I would tell you the truth, or if you would tell me the truth or tell me lies. I want to believe you loved me, but I'm scared to admit that I'm afraid you never really did. I'm scared to admit that you're all I want, and afraid to tell you that you're all I need. I'm so scared of being in love with you because I'm afraid you just don't care. I will forever be searching inside of myself for the problem I can't see, and that's to admit that I still love you, and I love you more than me. I'm scared you're looking for me, but afraid that you are not. I don't know if you're thinking about me, or if you're having not a thought. I'm pretending that I'm happy even though I know I'm not, and I'm scared to be a human, so I'm acting like a bot. I don't like not knowing, and I have too many questions that only you can answer. I do not know if you're looking for me, or if you even know my name. I don't know if I'm delirious or just lost inside a game. I don't know why you're hurting me, and it's driving me insane. I don't know if you're afraid of me, or if you even have a brain. I'm so lost inside my love for you that I haven't got a clue. I don't know if I would marry you now. I know not if we're through. Now I'm so goddamn afraid of you that I don't know what to do. I'm so scared to admit I need your help to even find my shoe. I don't know if I would lie to you, or if I would be true. I'm so scared of this uncertainty that I cannot even prove. I'm so tired of being away from you, but too damn scared to move, and I really miss the sight of you, and have nothing left to lose. Here's what you do not understand about what you have done to me. Here's why I got so angry and said so many terrible things to you. You took someone who truly felt no one would ever love them, and you gave them nothing but hope. You showed them kindness when the world showed them nothing but hate. You alone accepted me when no others would, and made promises that you chose not to keep. You told me on the phone after I drove 10 hours with matching rings and a song I wrote for you that you would not come to see me for even 10 minutes of time, with your father supervising to make sure that you were safe, just so that we could talk after you ran away. You dictated that if I truly loved you and wanted to be with you, I would come back home and get help. So I did. And I did just that. I started the car immediately and traveled back home. But halfway home, you decided to dump me anyway, simply because I mentioned the idea of time travel from a perspective you didn't understand. And you dumped me after 4 years over an idea about a theoretical possibility of the nature of time. And then when I became shocked and hurt, you got even more upset with me. You made the single most immature decision I have ever seen in my life. I went above and beyond what anybody else does these days to show their love and apologize to you, and you threw it in my face because of my intelligence. Then you told me when I got home I could show you from a distance that I could change, but that was not true. You told me, you said it yourself, I heard you on the phone, I still love you and still want to marry you. But what did you do? You started pushing me further away when I was hurt more than I ever had been, and began blocking me from Snapchat and social media, cutting me off from the one and only person in my life who was actually there for me. You told me I love you and I still want to marry you, then you showed me that was a lie. In that one singular moment, everything changed. Everything. My entire brain rewired itself. Now, I do not know the difference between hot and cold. Seriously, I have no idea if I am freezing cold or burning up. I can't tell if I'm shivering or sweating because I no longer believe in either of those concepts. I do not know if this is love or hate, passion or obsession. I honestly cannot figure out if I am alive or dead right now. And nothing anyone can ever say or do will ever convince me one or the other. I mean that with all my heart. So let me repeat that clearly so you truly understand. I cannot actually fucking tell if I am alive or dead right now, and no one can prove to me if I am alive or if I am dead and this is the afterlife. I have tried to kill myself so many times that I can only assume I am actually in hell, and that I have died over and over again, and I am now living in hell. That is without a doubt my sincerest, most reasonable belief, based on everything that has happened to me since August 1st of last year. My birthday gift from you was literally the destruction of all reality, perceived immortality, and the deepest, most painful sorrow I have ever felt in my entire life, on top of the constant fear that I will now spend an eternity constantly wondering if you are okay, if you are happy or not, and if you are lonely, and unsure if you are being abused or if you are getting the love you deserve. All I can think about is your safety and well-being, and not being able to check up on you and know that you are okay is killing me. I spent hours wondering, what if she crashed that stupid electric motorcycle and had been dead for months? I had no idea, and I had no idea. I literally had no idea, and honestly, I still don't know if you are alive or dead, either right now or living. I am, in fact, living with the thought that I may be alive and you may be dead, and it hurts so much I cannot even function. I cannot do anything but sit here and think, why this, why that, what if this, what if that, wondering what is so bad about me that no one will love me, and how could I have hurt you so much that you won't even talk to me and just be my best friend. I have written in my notes the question, how do we know if north is north and south is south? Or if south is north and north is south? And what if Santa's workshop would actually be at the South Pole in Antarctica? Which now has me actually questioning, is Santa real? I am a 34-year-old person thinking, what if Santa is Satan, and Satan has a secret research facility in Antarctica because we got north and south mixed up on the map and went the wrong way in search of fucking Rudolph, all because you broke up with me and blocked me from everything, refusing me to give me any kind of closure. Now, people love to talk about their rights all the time. I have the right to this. I have the right to do that. But your rights begin and end where? Where do my rights begin and end? Do I have the right to live happily? Do I have the right to be heard? Do I have the right to not question all of my reality because a spoiled brat thinks it's okay to lie to my face about whether or not she actually fucking loves me and actually fucking cares? Do you want to know what it means to love someone? Sometimes I hear your voice and I think, oh my God, she's dead and she's right here holding me and I can't see her. I get a little comfortable thinking about your soul standing here beside me, arms wrapped around me, and then I am filled with dread that if I'm right and you actually have died and no one told me, I begin to cry. I wonder if it's my fault that you died. And then I think, well, if I'm wrong, what if she's alive? I should check on her, but I can't. You choose to define things as stalking, or dangerous, or scary, or creepy, when you never even looked up the definitions of those and know if you have them right. You thought that I was crazy or dangerous for driving to New York to propose to you with a song. You even threatened me with harm. I do not know the difference between a good guy or a bad guy anymore. What is a hero and who is a villain? Who decides the difference between the two? And who decides who decides? If I stand against the government, am I a rebel? Or because historically the government has stood against us, am I a patriot or a terrorist? Who should I fight for? And who should I defend? How do you decide who to save and who to let go? What is the value of money? And on top of that, what is the value of value? And who decides? How do you quantify anything? How do you do? No, really, how do you do? And how do you don't? You are either the smartest person in the room or the dumbest person in the room, and they're both identical. It doesn't matter if you are ignorant or informed, because all the information is simultaneously wrong, or wrong and right, while only kind of being half true, because the truth there is no truth. How do you trust? You can't. There's no such thing as trust. We made it up. We made up love too. So what is that? Do I care? I do, but I don't. I never will and always have. When you ran away, I publicly apologized on YouTube in tears. I didn't care what people did or didn't think. I wanted you to see that I was sincerely sorry for my actions, but you didn't care. You refused to even watch it, because you were too busy doing whatever you felt was more important than coming to a mutual understanding. You told me your life doesn't revolve around me anymore, but I was never aware that it ever did. In fact, from my perspective, it's always been about you, and that was fine with me, because my joy was serving you. I asked you years ago not to join the army and to stay with me in Washington and get married, but you said no, you love me, but you want to wait until we are stable. I said okay. I warned you not to join if they didn't give you the job you wanted, and you said okay. Then came back with a job you didn't want, but you were happy that you had joined. Then you hated the army. It was a bad thing now. You were happy because you were stable, but were you stable? No. You were always complaining about the instability of the army. Now, I do not know if you ever loved me, or if you always felt sorry for me. If it was a desire, or you were just being nice. I thought you wanted me, but I guess you never really did. I remember when you came to save my life, and you told me not to go, that I should stay for you because you loved me. I thought all of that meant something. I thought it was real. But now I can't figure out if it was all an act, or just some silly game of manipulation. I had every reason to die, and you became my only reason to live. I never in all my life had a family or a home until I was safe within your arms. That was the only place I ever wanted to be. I told you this, and you said you'd never leave. I believed you, but now, because I cannot believe you, I cannot believe in anything. Not even what I see. How do I know I'm not blind? Because I think I can see? How do I know I'm not imagining what I see? How do I know I'm not imagining all of this right now, laying in a bed as a child, dreaming of what love is? What is the meaning of romance if a romantic gesture is only seen as creepy or psychotic by another? What is the difference between passion and obsession, dedication or aggravation? The only reason I became obsessed with work was to provide a better life for you, because the only thing that truly made me happy was making you happy. But I couldn't see that I couldn't see that my quest to make you happy was making you unhappy. All I wanted was to tell you how sorry I was, but then you wouldn't really listen, and said you had nothing to say. You said I deserved love, but refused to give it to me, and told me you forgive me, but never gave me a chance, and disappeared for what seems like forever. Is it really forgiveness if you don't accept the other person made mistakes because they are human, and then accept them for being flawed as a human? Everything that mattered didn't mean a thing. I no longer know who I am or what I want, because all I want is you. But only because I thought you wanted me too. Because you said you did. Now all I can do is question if you did. I do not know the difference between a good memory or a bad one. All I want to do is make more memories with you, new ones. You watched me struggle with my mental illness for 4 years. You watched me lose everything, and only because I had you did I have the strength to carry on. You tell me I need to live for myself, but to me that means living for you. To me you are life, and life without you is not life at all, for me. I miss watching you experience things. I miss watching you grow. It hasn't even been a full year since you have gone, and all I can think about is you. I wish I could move on and just replace you after what you did to me, but I can't. And I don't really want to, because I believe in love, and I don't think love gives up and moves on. I don't think love gets divorced, and I don't think love runs away. I think love sticks together and talks things out instead of interrupting each other and shouting to see who can get louder. Like the day you were standing on the sidewalk, bags packed, flipping me off, and I just sat by the car making a heart with my hands, waiting for you to calm down and come give me a hug and a kiss. Like the day you were yelling at me about not going to the food pantry and I was making jewelry for you the whole time we were arguing. Or the day I sewed my heart for you and wrote "I'm sorry" on the back and came to give it to you with a kiss and an apology. Sometimes love hurts. Sometimes love is uncomfortable. Sometimes love needs to take a break and get some distance, but love never dies. It might put on a mask and pretend to be hate, but that doesn't mean that it's over or too late. I wish there was some way you and I could make it to this music festival in June called Electric Forest, so we can both experience our first music festival together. I kept telling you I wanted to take you to music festivals. I've always wanted you to dance with me, but have always been afraid to dance with you. The only thing I can think about right now is how much I hope, wish, and pray that somehow you and I wander into Electric Forest and bump into each other, and what I would do if I saw you there. I would probably stop time, or stop breathing, and then maybe stop time. Pause the entire universe just to walk up to you and ask you to marry me and spend the rest of your life with me. Not later, but then, right in that moment, I would tell you now or never. If you said yes, I would kiss you before starting time again, just so we could have our first dance together with each other. Lost in the wonder of your eyes, smiling for once and actually being happy. I would cry because I would know that I would never have to hurt again and never be alone. I would finally have a family, and I would finally have a home. I would always keep you near me. I would stay right by your side. I would never have to fear again and never have to hide. I would hold you oh so dearly in my warm embrace, and if I saw a tear, my dear, I would wipe it from your face. I would live to make you happy until I die right by your side. And if you tell me no that day, then at least I know I tried. I would give you every part of me for all the world to see. And if you ran away from me, I would try to let you be. I would never try to force you to do something you don't like. And I'd run up on the stage for you to sing into the mic. I would tear apart the universe just to keep you safe. I would cherish every memory that we ever make. I would listen to the words you say as though they were a song. And if anyone berated you, I would tell them they were wrong. I would keep you safe like treasure. I would be your guilty pleasure. You would be the golden standard by which I choose to measure. And if I wrote a song for you, it would be forever long. I would always let you live your life, even if it's right or wrong. All I ever want for you is for you to have a choice. And if anyone should silence you, then I would be your voice. To me, you are so special that I'd give up everything. I want you just to know right now, you were never just a fling. I feel like you're the answer to the questions on my mind. You're the only honest truth I ever want to find. If I hurt your feelings, I would stop and press rewind. And if anyone should call you rude, I would show them that you're kind. I would water you like a rose before I kiss you on the nose. I want you just to know you're the only one I chose. I would never let you lose me. I would keep you ever close. I will always take you shopping just to collect some more clothes. I will never judge your fashion, and I will always give you passion. I will always love you I will always love you even when our heads are clashing. It's you who does complete me, even when you just deplete me. The only thing that I can say is please just don't delete me. You are my dream come true, and you are my favorite wish. And though it's weird I tell you this, I would even drink your piss. I will fill your life with laughter, and always sing you songs, just to come back home and just come back home and stay with me so we can share our thongs. I would stay away from drugs if you just come give me hugs. I would even clean the house for you to keep it free from bugs. I would take up all the chores for you and even do your dishes. I would use up all my magic just to grant your wildest wishes. If you would be my missus, I would give you lots of kisses, and when you're feeling hungry, I would feed you lots of fishes. The only place I want to be is right there by your side. I would take you everywhere. It would be the wildest ride. So please just say you love me. Stand beside and not above me. And if you're feeling angry, won't you promise not to shove me? When I see you in your bonnet, I will write a heartfelt sonnet. I will get up every time for you just to let you right up on it. Everybody makes mistakes because that's sometimes what it takes. So won't you just be real with me in this world of flakes? And if we have a daughter, I will promise not to scold her. I would keep her just as safe as you. I would bring her close and hold her. Even if you start to pout, I will promise not to shout. And if I'm mad, no matter what, I'll never lock you out. Though I don't have lots of money, I will feed you milk and honey. I would write 1,000 jokes for you to say that they were funny. So baby, please don't fear me, and won't you come back near me? The only thing I want to do is hold and love you dearly. I feel so bad for what I did, but I would make it better if you would just call and tell me that you had read this letter. And if you do still hate me and never want to date me, then please forget about my face. Just go on and berate me. My heart is always yours, and I'll always hold your doors. If you would just let me, I would clean your dirty floors. If you say goodbye, it will always make me cry, because living life without you just makes me want to die. If you give me one last chance, it would be a great romance, as we walk into the sunset together holding hands. With the deepest of loves, and a smile and a wink, your one and only bunny with a passion dressed in pink. And Here's a poem I wrote for you. I don't want to date. I don't want to mate. I just want to save you from a dark and twisted fate. I'm sorry that I hurt you, and I know I made you mad. Please think about the good times and remember what we had. Your friendship is the only thing I ever need. Please just let me show you that I've done a noble deed. I don't know what happened when you ran away. I didn't know what to do or just what to say. My soul feels oh so empty without you in my life. I just want to stand beside you even if you're not my wife. This world is cold and scary, and these people are so rude. I'll even help you marry some really awesome dude. I really miss my best friend. I want to hear her voice. I just want you in my life. I just want my life to soon end if no is still your choice. That's it for now, but there's so much more I want to share and say. But I could honestly write for you, write to you, for you, and about you forever. I could take 10 seconds with you and drag on for an eternity writing about how I experienced that 10 seconds. Please give me a call or some kind of a sign that you are okay. You told me I will always have a special place in your heart, and you never judged me so harshly before. I know my attitude didn't make things easy on you at the end. My love for you is making it impossible for me to make friendships with anyone else. No one wants to hear me lament about my memories with the most beautiful soul I had ever known. No one wants a sad, depressed poet who's in so much pain and loves to show it.